Genshin Impact, a wonderful game that was just announced not too long ago, and most likely has been receiving a little bit of backlash because of the fans who actually love Breath of the Wild have actually went out to call this game a quote-unquote clone or ripoff because of the art style and the fact that to them it looks like Breath of the Wild with a more anime feel and touch to it. All this backlash came to a head at the China Joy 2019 Expo when the company MiHoYo Technologies went on to announce on August 1st that they were going to release this game on PlayStation. It's also supposed to release on iOS and PC respectively. Now the part that I do believe that is making most of these Breath of the Wild fans angry is the fact that by the story alone, or at least from what I understand from it, is that you play the traveler, you wake up on a beach, and you lose contact with one of your siblings. I believe that you have to get in contact with again. And on top of that, most of the landscapes, they say that they look like something out of Hyrule, or that can fit with Hyrule, and some of the enemies that they look very similar. Other than that, I'm like, you guys really don't have too much of a leg to stand on, and you're kind of just getting, crazy for no reason. Which is funny that I say that, because the gamers in question who are actually outraged by this, they actually did one of the most dishonorable things ever, actually showing up to the Sony booth and actually snapping themselves, flipping off the game, booting up Breath of the Wild on their Nintendo Switches and actually holding it up in the air, trying to protest the game's existence for some weird reason. A game like that is making them angry. Some guy even went out and pulled out his PlayStation and broke it in front of the onlookers to say that he doesn't stand for this game that's similar to one that he likes. You know what I mean? Like, as some weird stance on, I don't like this clone game, which is really sad. Because the more that I actually really delve into this game, it's not a clone in any way, shape or form. The game actually has its own combat system, its own magic system. I mean, sure, the world is as colorful as Breath of the Wild, but then again, so is Dragon Quest, and no one is really jumping down that game's throat because it also has an anime feel and also has its own combat system with it being turn-based and everything. And speaking of Dragon Quest, looking at Dragon Quest Heroes, this game actually has multiplayer where you can join up with friends and battle monsters and dungeons for gold and items and all that wonderful stuff. With all that being said, though, I am actually looking forward to Genshin Impact to come out in 2020. The company making this, they mostly focus on making mobile games, and looking at what they've presented so far, it looks really good. The fans in question are a bit insane, and they really need to check themselves. But until then, that is what I gotta say about that. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. I'll see you next time. I'm out.